Hello, it's time for another Bricklink haul. 2 orders from 2 different Bricklink sellers that I placed around the same time. And they came in around the same time. Gonna get these opened up. And honestly, I don't remember exactly what these were. The orders were placed, I don't know, a week and a half ago or so, and well, that's a long time for me. So I will be reminded as I open these up. This is an ad for the family business, Cutthroat Brick. It's actually a pretty nice thing, and they had really low prices. Not advertising for them, but and the ad was right there as I opened it. So I'll get these things opened. Yeah, that was pretty important right there. I'll get these things opened. Got my trays over here, and I'll just spill the parts out. Bring the camera in a little bit closer, let you see exactly what I got. Is this double bag? No, it's not. This is a different seller. Make sure there's not sticker sheet or anything like that I'm missing. Ziploc. Invoice. This is an order that I placed a while back. So this is not the other one that I thought. I have a general idea of 2 orders that I placed around the same time, but one of these is older. All right, time to get you in closer, but you can open this up and you can see what it is. Not a particularly common part. I now have 2 of them because I have one set, the actual set that this came with originally, and I have one additional. And who knows, I might just use that for something else custom at some point. Or I could use a couple of them together. Nah, I feel like just using one by itself for something. So this bag is pretty valuable to me. I have never had enough of these, ever. And I've used them in things for years. And I've always run out and had to come up with substitutions and such. Just a very straightforward part in trans black or trans dark brown. You know, useful for windows and things. I use them on my passenger trains. I used them on my first custom passenger train. And I also had some of the older version that doesn't have the additional ridges on the sides. So where that's completely flat rather than having that extra thickness there. Relatively bendable parts. These are much better, and these are all, I believe, new. I tend to like to get transparent parts new. Just, you know, transparent parts that are used tend to be completely scuffed up. But yeah, this is probably what, 100 of these? Maybe something like that. I don't know. 25 each, maybe. Just over 100. It's 111. Figured, yeah, I found them for a good price. This was a case where, for this order, like I looked particularly for stores that had a large quantity of these in particular, new, at a low price. And then I looked in the store to see if they had anything else I was interested in, and they only had this. Frequently, I don't search for just the lowest price unless there's something in particular that I want a lot of. Case in point, this Cutthroat Brick order here. This should be, I think, 500 of these. Curious that they purchased from Lego Bricks and Pieces. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of a no-no. But I mean, it's just a bag. Maybe it was part of a personal order. I don't know about that. Well, yeah, these 2x4 tiles, dark bluish gray. I need 1 billion of them for my ballasting work all around my train tracks, all around my city. And I'm running low on them. Interestingly enough, when I placed this order, I did comparison shop around for low prices, and these are new, and they were so cheap that I think there was like one other store in North America that had them cheaper, and they were used. And I think they didn't have as many or something like that. So this just ended up being a good choice, I think. Being able to get stuff a little bit better than I wanted, close to the lowest price possible, and lots of them. 1x4s, I'm still low on these, but got some more of those. Let's see. What else is in here that's related to that stuff? Nothing. Now, these are related to trains. These are just plain black minifig heads. And I think I have one other order that I placed. So my other order that I thought that this one over here was going to be has just plain black minifig heads as well, I think. Or it has, or these, or both. But I like to use these for just a little bit of detail in custom trucks. You know, the axle groups on trains. It's just a simple thing. And these are textured bricks. I never remember the proper name of these, but just the ones with the striation, linear striations. Oh, handful more. I'll just put those together. Maybe one of these is used, one is new. One of these bags. Doesn't matter to me. Aha, these are good. Narrow, small wheels. Type of wheels that I like to use for my city vehicles, but a design that's not particularly common and a color that's not particularly common. Ah, this is cool. I always have these parts on my permanent want list on Bricklink. They're the old style of screwdriver pieces. They're useful because they effectively can work as just small bar parts for connecting things together or making very small details. This is old dark gray. Typically like to get them in black, but dark gray works as well. Speaking of old dark gray, just one of these. Dark gray, just one of these. A set that I have is missing. I think that I reviewed. I think it was that the last insectoids thing that I did was missing a few of those. I think I've gotten one or two in previous orders. It's just on another thing that's on my permanent want list until I have enough. This may be the last one that I needed. Maybe. I'll have to check my inventory for that set. More of these flower stock pieces with the bar at the base, hole on the top, in a plain reddish brown. Useful stuff. And hey, these are kind of cool. Quarter round tiles, 1x1. Drum lacquered silver. Kind of stand out. The very last thing in this order, well, I didn't expect that. This pencil case looks like it could hold some glasses inside. It could be used as a glasses case. Lego writing system though. I just wanted the pen. And to be truth be told, I didn't even care about the pen. I just wanted the parts, the pen parts. These things are cool because they have actual studs. Look, there's a face. And does this have a print? This one does not have a print, which is also useful. Just a unique size and shape. I think this might be the same size as Minecraft heads, Lego Minecraft heads. Just a little bit different in its design. I'll have to check that. It's very close. You know, it's an awkward size. It's not two studs. What is that? I'm not sure. Let's see. Wow, this is bright green? Huh. You know they have bright green in these days for regular parts. Oh, this is cool. I would really like to display my dinosaurs somewhere at some point. You know, I've got an area designated underneath the city right now where I've got some of them, some of the Jurassic World things set up, but I have so many dinosaurs, it's like I need a huge space to put them. Like I need to make an enormous animatronic dinosaur museum or something. Take me back to my own childhood days of visiting stuff like that. Ah, it does have a print there. These are just cool pieces. They're just so special and different and unique. Another one of those faces there. Something you can use for Halloween. This looks so paradisa right here. And it goes, look at that, it's printed all the way around, unlike what they do on faces. And then this just has feet. There's like paw prints going around it. And then you have this extra large sized, but not too ridiculously large skull. So what happens here, oh yeah, this is also a piece down here. So what happens is you unscrew all this, not like that, but like this. There we go. I'm gonna check to see if that pen works also. Okay, so that's not a piece. Well, so it kind of is, kind of isn't. That is a stud, and it is a proper hollow stud. You should be able to put a bar piece through that, and you can attach something to the top of that. But then the base, I never thought of that. This is, I mean, it's an official Lego piece with a Lego stud on top. I could use that. That's a texture you don't see every day in Lego creations, right? An actual set of threads. And I also need to check to see if this bottom one is usable for that purpose. It doesn't feel like it's coming out though. Or are they together? There's a spring there. There's the actual pen. Gosh, that had so little ink in it. It looks like, does this come off? Maybe it's pressure fit in there or something. So maybe this little red bit at the base doesn't come off. But they have some pieces that are like that. They have some pieces that are like just this without the threads. I think I've shown them before as well. But they're useful parts. They're very useful parts. So go ahead and put this stuff back together for now. And I'll have to look at my other pieces from my other leftover pieces from pen sets to see if I have others of these that I can use. But all this stuff, see, that just slides off. Like so. So all these parts can be used, and it's just unique stuff, right? Too bad there weren't two completely different faces that came with this. Isn't that, no, I thought it was, or is it? The adventurers guy. Kind of looks like him, right? Or his sidekick. All right, I'm gonna test this pen real quick. I believe the seller described this pen as not working. Might throw a little isopropyl alcohol in there or something. Might come back to life, but yeah, that doesn't really matter to me. Speaking of pen parts, I mean, is that not a stud on top? It is a stud on top. So could I use this? Is this an official Lego piece? Could I put this into a creation and would it count? Look, you got a stud there. It's a snot piece, technically speaking. Wonder if this is probably press fit in there, practically melted in with a little ridge. But yeah, interesting stuff, right? Different stuff. That's why I get weird stuff like that. I didn't even need to use my trays this time, but I did use my parts trays, my ceramic parts trays in the last parts haul video that I recorded, which was just before this one, like just before this one. It should be uploaded now as well. I think I decided to upload the two together at the same time and then just flip the switch, make them public at the same time to maximize confusion, because I put one of these on one channel and the other on the other channel. So this one here is on the City and Custom Builds channel, the new one, and then the other one's on the old main channel. The question is, which is the right way to go? I personally feel like I should be putting these custom related things. You know, this is all about getting parts for making custom stuff and making stuff for the city. Like you saw me stream using lots of these. I'm going to be using more of these. You saw me build a couple of new train cars. Well, they used up the last of these that I had. As a matter of fact, the last of the older version of these. So I'll be putting a couple of these onto, if not 4 of these actually, maybe more. Replacing substitutions, so putting the correct parts onto some of the trains that you just recently saw me running around. So this is related to this channel, in my personal opinion. So the question to you, if you would like to offer some suggestions to me, is would you prefer to see these types of videos here on this channel or back there on the old channel, the big one? Personally, I prefer to do them here. I think it makes more sense. But if all y'all want me to not put this kind of stuff here, I know a lot of people have, for some reason, have an aversion to just skipping over videos. You know, like if there's a stream of videos from one producer that you like and then they make one that you don't like, it tends to just not be taken well. In my opinion, it's best to just not watch stuff that you don't want to see. If it got to a point where all I was doing on a particular channel was stuff you didn't want to see, that would be a problem. You know, especially if you subscribe for one type of content that I was doing, and then I stopped doing that type of content and started doing something else. That's definitely something to, you know, raise a little Cain about. But I don't know. I don't know. Different people think different ways, and that's why I'm asking. I want to know. What do you think? Should I do these videos here or do them over there? Either way, doesn't matter too much to me, but look forward to your feedback. And I look forward to using some of these parts very soon in the city, as well as the other parts, many of the other parts that I just recently got and showed on the other channel. And very, very quickly, I'll be getting to the point where I will not be doing this anymore. This was intentionally awkward and odd and weird. And why would you do that? It's to force everybody to notice it, to make it very noticeable that these two channels exist. Same content could be put on either, but I'll very quickly get to the point where I'm only putting it on one channel. Enough about that. Back to, well, first sorting pieces and putting them away, then back to building, and I'll talk to you again soon.